I welcome you all once again for another session of research paper writing and publishing. And I'm Srimati, working as an event lead with Learnix Thrive. I welcome our chief guest speaker, Dr. Rajesh Kumar sir, for accepting our invitation and joining our session. Let me give an intro about him. Mr. Rajesh Kumar has started as an assistant professor in the Department of Commerce with International Business, Hindustan College of Arts and Science Autonomous, Coimbatore. He has an all-over experience of 3 years. He is a specialized in HRM, marketing and finance. He has published articles related to corporate social responsibility, financial statement analysis in international journals. He has participated in international level paper presentations in the number of 2 and national level paper presentation in the number of 2. He has presented and published papers in international level conference proceedings in number of 1, national level conference proceedings in the number of 1, and ICCSR related to conference proceedings in the number of 2, MSME related to conference proceedings in the number of 1. He has published one book chapter. He has participated several programs in international level of research development program in the number of 1, international and national level faculty development programs in the number of 9-7, conference in the number of 3, workshop in the number of 4, 1, symposium in the number of 1, conclave in the number of 1, and seminars and webinars in the number of 67, other programs of NEP 2020, oriented and sensitization programs in the international number of 1, and national level in the number of 6, and state level in the number of 1, related to the research oriented and the journals publications. He has organized one international level faculty development program and two national level faculty development program, and he has acted as a resource person for five national level faculty development programs, and he has acted as a resource person for a national level short term training program development programs, and he has acted as a resource person for a guest lecture program, role of IIC in promoting entrepreneurship. He has an IIC Institution Innovation Council coordinator and also organized several programs. He is an in charge for department blog for the updating of department activities in the department website. He is an IPR, International Patent Rights Coordinator for the journals and articles publications preserving the patent rights. He is a coordinator for newspaper print media in the Department of Commerce with International Business for events and programs updated in the newspaper, and department in charge National Institution Ranking Framework NIRF in the Department of Commerce with International Business, Hindustan College of Arts and Science Autonomous, Coimbatore from 2024 onwards to till now, and Department in Charge, India Today in the Department of Commerce with International Business, Hindustan College of Arts and Science Autonomous, Coimbatore from 2025 onwards to till now, and also he's in the in charge of international patent rights and also newspaper, print media, and hackathon coordinator, etc. So I welcome sir.
Thank you so much for the warm welcome, ma'am. Ma'am, shall we start now, ma'am?
Yeah.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you. So, okay, is the screen is visible to all the people?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, first of all, we have to give a brief explanation about the research paper. So, first of all, why we are preparing the research paper, at what time we are just focusing on that one. Some of the institutions or some of the colleges can give a target to the peoples to grow up their curriculum designing. Curriculum designing means their profiles. Instead of that one, the people cannot get any awareness or what is the benefit for us to develop our career or develop our profile in using attending of the programs like FDP or maybe as of any other programs or publication journal articles or conference proceedings, ISBN publications, book or book chapters or whatever anything like of any streams. But the teaching field of academician have to get awareness about the preparation of journal. The present situation we are using for the research paper can be we are publishing on the mainstream. This is the concept. And first of all, anyone can say a research paper journal in any stream like in commerce means in any streams like anyone can say any one title to the research paper title writing. Anyone can say, please. Any one of the participants can answer to this question, please.
Hello,
Yes, sir, please.
sir. Behavioral finance.
Behavior finance. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for this one. And we have to additionally add some of the words with this behavioral finance because if I'm preparing a research paper, my title is like of yeah, impact of social media in the digital marketing or maybe as of any other related streams. Impact of AI in the social media marketing or any other streams. In this, we have to focusing on we have prepared the research paper title with also our field of study. Like the field of study means this the HRM, finance or marketing or logistics on the commerce stream. Is there it can be applicable to related for the management also. But first of all, we have to prepare the research paper title both the title of research paper and also using our stream of field using like finance marketing HR or related to that one. If I'm choosing that HR paper means if I'm choosing the HR a customer perception or customer satisfaction of FMCG products in the Tata consumer products with the special reference to Coimbatore city or this type can be included on this one. Every people have to prepare the impact of the field of study or research of skill have to implementation on the research paper title. This is the main causes for the paper publication writing. And most probably the second one is abstract. So the abstract and the keywords can be a main impact on the research paper writing. The abstract can be defining as the whole paper can be giving us the conclusions or giving us a hint or many observations of the point included in the research of abstract, and it can be using for the main impact of moreover than other streams. This can be implementation on the introduction of the title stream. We are using this one. So these are all the main impact on this one. And most probably, what is the major conclusion? Major conclusion means and we have to fix the this is the main abstract. This word, this number of words will be a impact of the abstract for one research paper. If I'm says like 250 words to 300 words, 300 words is okay, but we have to focusing on not more over than 250 or 300 words. Like any of words we have not choose for that one. We have to given as the correct format of sentence and correct format of words we are used for the research of study. If I'm publishing my research journals on any other papers, I'm just using the words as a 250 to 300 words, more over one page. But on that one page, I'm included all the informations of my research paper from the introduction to the conclusion. Or maybe as a reference, I have refer for my research paper that can be referred on the Google's or any other websites I'm choosing means I've used on this one abstract words. It can be related to the AI or maybe as on anything. But every people have to do the main impact on the abstract only because some of the journals I have referred or some of my colleagues or maybe as other people's I have referred the journals or abstracts. They are just using a normal types of sentence to prepare abstract or maybe as using a for maybe as a example they are just copy pasting from the websites or using some of the corrections on that words. They are copy paste from the websites that cannot be accepted. The research paper can be the original impact of the your career and also your present situation you are studying about that research title. Every people have to give the most importance to do their own research titles, research paper informations from the introduction to as on the conclusions. This is the main impact on this one. It may be if I'm preparing my research paper means I'm using my original content on that one means that is the main impact on the research paper. If I'm just maybe as on I'm copy pasting the informations from any other websites means I cannot know about the research or any other informations about the research paper writing or how to do our research at the present or future, or maybe as any examples of I'm not delicate to give any informations to my colleagues or any other people related to the research papers. And okay, the abstract can be the main impact of the research paper. Every peoples have know that, like maybe as on a conference proceedings or as on a book chapters or as on a journal papers. If you want to publish, you are searching on the website means they are just giving submission of your abstract. The submission of your abstract can be as the labeling of your full information of the paper from the first number of one heading to number of seven heading or number of eight number of etc headings, that all the informations we are used on the abstract. That is the main impact. If giving our all the informations on one abstract, if they are impressed means they are accepting one. Just we are using like simple form of sentence, they are not very well wished to accept that one. Have to give a more interaction about our research abstract information. And the next one is keywords. So the keywords can be a representation of this 5 points. Um, so at recent, one of the participants of our today's program, sir, has give behavioral finance. Sir, are you on the line, sir?
Tell me, sir.
Sir, if you're choosing keywords for your research paper, what type of 5 keywords you are preferable to your research paper?
Sir, no, sir. I just entering to register for PhD.
Okay,
Okay, okay. That's what I'm studying, sir.
okay, sir. That's not
Okay. You
bad.
have to please guide me, sir.
Sure, sir. I will inform. So,
Okay, okay.
okay, thank you, sir. The keywords can be representation of your 5 key points. 5 key points can be a rotating words on your abstract, like maybe as on AI or digital marketing or primary data. The AI and digital marketing can be representation of on our title informations. A impact of AI in social media marketing. A digital transformation marketing of a digital transformation marketing of social media impact, or maybe as a financial statement analysis of X or Y company limited from the 2022 to 2024, 2022 to 2025, or maybe as these are all the informations I'm using as on the title means I choose that one. Like of my keywords is statement analysis, finance. This is on a AI digital marketing. And the next one is primary data. The primary data and the secondary data may be as on or as on a number of respondents. The number of respondents means we are using on that last one we have given on the first. Maybe as on an example, I may be gathering the information as a respondents of 170 to 200 respondents at my research article. These are all the keywords for the information to interaction to the research article. And most probably tools for analysis. The tools for analysis can be consideration of our stream splitted into moreover consideration. The team splitted into moreover consideration can be like of digital marketing or as on a finance. These are all they. It can be split into three moreover confirmations and information of research tools like maybe SPSS or maybe a choice to a test or simple percentage over score. These are all the informations we have been given for the peoples to analyze the research titles and also what type of tools can be using for the stream we are using on our research papers. These are all we have to included on the keywords. The tools can be the main impact on this one. And okay, this is the main impact. So first of all, we have to know about what are all the titles can be included on the research papers. First of all, I have been said our research title. The research title can be included of our research stream, like a field of our studies. These have been the most impact on that one. So okay, what is the next one is abstract and keywords. So abstract and keywords can be okay. We are giving to the abstract like overall overview about our research study on the abstract. And the most impact of the words can be using as on a keywords. Okay. But after that, what are all the titles we have to included on the introduction? Some of the peoples cannot know about what are all the titles used in for the research paper and why we are using this title for the subtitles or main titles for included in the research paper. They cannot know. Just they saying this I have found on one research paper, I'm using this. Just that is just I viewed on the previous research paper, I'm using this one. This is cannot be in every title of our research paper or any other research paper. We have to focus why this title we have been used for our research paper or our research field of study used research titles or main headings subheadings, why it can be used. We have to just check it on the own or as on maybe as on websites. These it can be give an impact and then more informations about our field of study or maybe normal research paper writing, collectioning of data as the headings to numerical words or symptoms or symbols, any of like this one. First of all, after the abstract and keywords, we have to use the main headings. The headings can be a variations of subtitles like as follows means. The first one is introduction of the study. The introduction of the study can be representation of we have to give our information about the research paper from the starting to ending. If I'm choosing maybe as of a NEP 2020 on my research article means I'm just using the before and after of NEP 2020. Before the Indian economic educational system can be using this type of educational systems, this type of educational syllabus, curriculum designing. These are all used by the colleges for their curriculum designing. After the NEP 2020, the curriculum designing can be variations. It can be nominated as of K1, K2, K3, K4, K5, or nominated as of any like POCO or PO, PSO1, PSO up to 5. These are all the information. Why I'm using this is the main impact on this one because the first presentation, the first one is it can be representation of like this simple similarity of informations about the education, but at the present it can be more irrelevant to the present education. The previous can be more irrelevant to the present educational system. This is the main why we are using this information means this is the similarity and the irresimilarity of information we are using for the research papers. This is the introduction. And on this one, it can be using the software introduce your topic. I have previously said about the topic. If we are preparing our research article, we have to prepare the research article with our stream of study. like the field of study we are using for as a HR or finance or marketing, or maybe as on a logistics on our maybe it's on the commerce or management stream. If I'm using this on the computer science stream, means I'm using as Dusky style, or maybe as on a artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, or as on a, IoT, Internet of Things, or IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things, or maybe as a similarity to that one. At present, it can be more generative to generative AI or advanced AI tools. These are all the informations I'm using. Means I'm just using that hint. Impact of AI in social media marketing, impact of AI in machine learning or deep learning or fuzzy move styles systems. Or these are all the informations I'm using for our topic. That is the main. The next one is describe your background. The describe your background can be a representation of what are all the informations we are using for our research papers. It means like of introduction, maybe as of a other thing can be representation of objectives, and the third one is maybe as of a representation of scope, and fourth one is review of literature. If on my research title, the review of literature cannot be gathered or taken from any other journals, means I have to use my research title on my research point of view have to included on the journal with the additional of other information or other authors review of literature. That is the main one. If I am not having that information of other people's, I'm using my own informations to that one. That is the main impact. And what type of tools we are using, what type of, sorry, number of sample size we are framing. Number of sample size means main or sample data or original data. The sample data can be representation of number of products produced by the company. The company can release 10 number of products to gather a satisfaction or not satisfaction from the consumers. These are all the how to design the research paper. This is the main impact on describe your background. And the next one is establish your research problem. Establish your research problem can be representation of statement of the problem. The statement of the problem, why we are using this research title or the present situation. These subheadings can be we are discussing on the next slides also. Main impact I will say that one. And your specify your objectives. I will inform this third and fourth point at the next slides. And the fifth point can be representation of map out your paper. The map out your paper can be representation of introduction, scope, objective, limitations, review of literature, statement of the problem, maybe as of a research methodology, finding, suggestion, conclusion, reference. All this can be included. All this can be included as the moreover information can be as on abstract can be labeling as a map out of the paper. It is the main impact of that one. Map out of the paper means the whole content can be we are using on the abstract. That is the map out of the paper. So okay, the first heading of the research paper is introduction of the study, and the second heading of the research paper is objectives. So more, sorry, some of the people have using more words like to maybe also for to access or to decide. This is not the correct formation of objective for your research papers. There is just four words of your research paper to prepare an objectives. The first one is to know. If I'm using the AI in digital marketing, means I'm just using to know about the AI in the present situation of marketing strategies. This is the main one. After that, I'm giving that to study means I'm using to study about the present situation in the generative AI or advanced AI, similar maybe as of generative AI or advanced AI. First of all, just we are focusing on the AI. And the second one, we are studying about the normal AI and using of generative or advanced AI. And the third one and fourth one can be execution of your research information. Execution means if I'm choosing this generative AI means I'm gathering the informations from the people to examine the customer satisfaction about the AI generations. Or and the next one is to evaluate the percentage of circumstance for the advantages and positive thoughts can be gathered from the customers and the consumers and who are all giving you positive thoughts about the AI. These are all the informations for the objectives we have used. Is there any people have any doubt about this objectives? Sir, did you have any doubt about this one, sir? Um, Previously, the sir has spoken with me, sir.
Hello, sir. No doubt, sir. No doubt.
Okay, sir. Okay. The scope. The scope can be divisions into moreover like this pictures shows moreover information how why what this main impact and the last three is secondary one the primary one how why what if we are using the scope of the study why we are using this information the statement of the problem why we are using that title on that particular timing but scope we are using for how we are using this research paper on this research tools and respondents and why we are using this information for the this type of tools and this type of particular peoples and what are all the impact on the research paper title on the current situations. These are all the main one. And the next one is where could be we are used this information? How could we gathered that one? These is the main one. And the next one is when and who. When and who can be representation of how we have been giving the informations or gathering the informations from the peoples at the respondents level or also gathering the informations from the research article like websites link or maybe other over maybe more over informations about related to the research papers titles. This is the main of scope. So the limitations. The limitations can be representation of three things. The limitations is three things can be labeling as first one is number of respondents. So there is this intermediate or there is a moreover uh, how to say it means there is a limitations of respondents can be every generation of project presentation. The project presentation can be consideration of our PG, our UG project, our PG project, our master's degree in philosophy project, our doctorate of philosophy project. These are all the informations, and most probably some of the other peoples in the postdoctoral fellowship, and most probably any other things peoples like doctor of literature or doctor of science peoples can using this information. The first one is number of respondents limitations. They are giving this information about that one. Um, like if I'm using the PG project for my research studies, I'm just using number of respondents is 100. If I'm using PG project is I'm just giving informations about number of respondents is 170 to 200. But I'm using as on MPhil or PhD research paper writing means I'm using that one is 250 minimum. Maximum it can be also on a 300 or 350 number of respondents to my research paper, only. But instead of we are using our research paper title on our research thesis publication, research thesis preparation, our PhD thesis preparation, I'm using the number of respondents to 500 or 550. These are all this 100, 200 or 250 can be consideration of our research papers, like minimum level of research we are using. The highest for the 250 can be consideration of our research paper writing. This is some limitations, because if I'm giving this number of respondents is 250 means I'm choosing one of the center place in Coimbatore for my research study is okay. The overall population in the Coimbatore is minimum of, I giving an example as a maybe as of 1 lakh people, for an example, or maybe as on 50,000 people on the Coimbatore city. But I'm just choosing 250 members to gather an information about my research title, research papers titles. These is the limitations. That is why I consider that number of respondents is limited. And the next one is periodical time. The periodical time can be consideration of our research timings. Minimum of research paper preparation can be consideration like 3 months to 6 months. If I'm preparing normal journals, I'm the normal journals can be consideration of our marketing or HR journals or logistics journals. Maybe we are giving our questionnaire basis to the respondents to collect the information and preparing the journals. Maybe as of a 3 months or as on a 4 months example minimum. But if I'm choosing my paper on the finance field, I'm giving my informations to the 6 months of research doing. I'm gathering these informations from this date to this date for the 6 months. This is the period. This is my limitations. This time periodical only have used this type of research paper to prepare the informations to the other people's. This is the impact on that one. This is the limitations, because the original data I'm gathering for the research paper is from the starting to ending is maybe as on 1 year, but I'm using this as on maybe as the 3 months means this is the limitations. I'm not able to collect all the data from the starting to ending. That is the limitations. The basic assumptions. The third one is basic assumptions means if I'm using this information as on a general level, I'm not just gathering that information as on a top to bottom from the starting to ending. It means if I'm choosing the marketing means when it could be when the marketing started at present, what type of marketing using by the private or public companies. These are all I'm not able to consideration. I'm just giving this type of company using this type of marketing strategy. That is the basic assumptions of limitations I'm given to this point. Under the third heading, one second. Under the fifth heading for the research paper writing is review of literature. So, who are all giving your informations to your research papers? Can anyone answer to this question, please? Uh, I'm saying if you are preparing a research paper on the present at this time, you are using your name, your information, and your
Name and affiliation is using, sir. Like
at review of literature, sir.
in the review of literature, like author's name, years, that will be mentioned, sir.
That
Not
is the
affiliation is not required for review of literature, sir. Name, year of publication, that APA like format.
yes, sir. Most of the people's. Thank you so much for the information, sir. Most of the peoples cannot having this awareness of information, because we have to give our reviews to our research paper instead of we are using other people's author informations copy paste from the review of literature, because if I'm preparing my research journal included of my title with my guide, I'm doing a PhD, if I'm using my name, my guide's name for one point of view as a review of literature. If my paper has been published means it can be viewed by the other people taking my information means it can be a sort of Google Scholar citation, and who are all using your information can be more impact. Yeah, the review of literature can be main impact. Every people have to do your information as a review point on the review of literature for your research paper for any streams. If there is no review of literature for your title on that particular information means just use your information just basically. If maybe as on a gender ethics and women philosophical justice, if I'm choosing this title, I'm not able to gather any one point of view of literature. I'm not worry about that one. I'm focusing on my review. I'm using my name, my guide name, in which year I'm giving the information to the review of literature using as on a 2025, giving my point of view on that one and close it. And when it publications, it can be credited to me because the review of literature citations is the secondary one. But the first information we are using for that research title is who are all the peoples. That is the main impact. If I'm using this on a impact of AI means the first person is means if any secondary people, maybe as one of my colleagues or my other friends have searching this type of information journals means it can be shows to the people, these people have done this informations to the impact of AI. This is the information you have given to the AI. That is the main thing. Every people have to give a most impact about the research review of literature. And the most probably it can be also irrelevant to the other people they are preparing the review of literature, because some of the review of literature can be similarity to the research paper on the previous research person entitled on the review of literature as a labeling, but some of the review of literature cannot give a more impact. One second, once again, sorry. So okay, uh, before it's okay, but after this you have to prepare a journal means you have to give your point of view as a review of literature. It can be as on your point only, or any other point can be additional on the secondary one, okay, but we have to give on our point of view. The point of other people's can be as on a secondary one. First of all we have to give an as on our point of view on the first as a primary one. And most probably the next one on the review of literature is yearly wise review of literature arrangements. Yearly wise review of literature arrangements can be as an attraction of a research paper. Like if I'm preparing at 2024 my name, I'm giving 2025 Mr. N. Rajesh Kumar 2025. After that, I'm given 2024 or 2023. After that, decreasing of yearly only I given. I'm not uh, just copy pasting on that review of literature and preparation of journal. I'm using that as a descending order from 2025 to the first preparation of the title research taken on the research paper, as maybe as of 1991 means the 1991 will be a last one, because we have to given our first point of view. After that who are all given the last only, the 1991 at the past peoples who are all given can be most interaction. It can be given more attractive to the peoples to the present situations of the people who are all do this information. If I'm also searching on the research paper means I'm focusing that who are all the people have done this research title on the present situation. It can be as on what type of review of literature can be using for this one. I am just focusing on that information only. That is the main impact on this one. Everybody have to give a review of literature with also additional of preparing the yearly wise of from the present to the past of 25, 24, 23, 22, 21. Maybe as of this 4 years like 24 to 21, 21, 22, 23, 24. These years cannot be consideration. The last publications before our preparation of research journal is 2020 means we have to include around 2020. After that 2019 or 2018 on whatever year etc. We have to manipulate it on the yearly wise from the ascending to descending order. And the next one is the next title for the research paper writing is research methodology. So the research methodology. On the research methodology, everybody have a queries what is the primary data and what is the secondary data. That's where does on the online peoples have any queries about this one? Sir, I have a doubt about this one. If you have a query about this or doubt about this one means can you inform to me please? Sir, I have a query about primary data or I have query about the secondary data, sir. What is the concept of the primary data or secondary data? Is there any doubt about this one?
No, sir.
Okay, sir. First of all, we have to just distinguish about the primary data and the secondary data. There is a similarity and there are relevant information about the particular title on the primary data and secondary data is most probably like 90 to 95 percentage or 100 percentage. But irrelevant is the direct informations or the indirect information. The direct informations means like of primary data means if I'm choosing the primary data means I'm using original informations like review of literature preparation, giving questionnaire to the respondents, collecting the informations from the respondents and preparing the research journals. And this is the primary data. And this primary data means one more can be consideration of company direct visiting information. The company direct visiting informations can be labeling us if I'm preparing a ITC company research paper means straightly go to the company and gathering the information as of maybe customer satisfaction or financial information means straightly go to the not as on a main company on any branches in maybe as on a Coimbatore city or as on, or maybe moreover any other cities means I'm just going to their place and gathering the information. These are all the primary data. And the secondary data can be consideration of opposite of this instead one. The primary data, the secondary data can be consideration of just using the review of literature, the same number of respondents, just preparing a research papers, only of using the information on some changes on the same article journal in the previous year published by any other persons or maybe using the review of literature as the same one, using the number of respondents as the same one. And secondary data can be consideration of the company. I'm not going to the company. I'm just using the company website to collect the company profile information like www.google.com or maybe as on any other things yahoo.com. Going to the particular searching website, I'm choosing that one and using the informations from the Google to copy paste on my research report is the secondary data. If going to the company is the primary data, that is the main impact on this one. The primary data and the secondary data can be the main implementation on this one. And some of the research methodology have null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis. Everybody's have know about this one. The null hypothesis is consideration of there is no similarity. If there is any alternative hypothesis, can be consideration of any differentiation can be made on your research analysis preparation. The research analysis preparation means you are calculating your information on the uh, you are calculating your information can be moreover similarity or unsimilarity can be shown on the research tools. It can be shown a alternative hypothesis. That is the research methodologies. And the next one main subheading of sample size. So on the previous, I have said that abstract, we have to use the name of the tools or sample of size like 150 or 250 respondents. These are all the some hints for the paper preparations. That same thing can be used for your sample size. The total number of sample respondents is like of 150 to 250 means uh, maybe yes, we are using more over like 250, but we are starting from the number of 117, 190, 200 or 210, 230, 240 number of respondents we have been collected. This is the sample size. Original data we have used for that means if I'm uh, gathering the overall respondents from number of 300, I'm omitting 50 as on some of the data can be collected in the consumer can be as irrelevant to our topic means I'm just omitting that one and using the corrected and manipulated data for my research study is the this population and the sample data, and most probably I'm using the sample data can be as of sample size. The original data can be used not used for this one. And the tools used, the tools used can be representation in the variations of the research stream and or field we choose for the research papers. Okay. If I'm choosing a HR field of study for my research papers, I'm using this type of tools like a heading of chi-square test and a simple percentage analysis for the number of respondents in like of 150 or 200 words or most probably any other relevant to that one. But I'm choosing this tools for this particular field of study. HR means this one. If I'm choosing the marketing means it can be shows us on a simple percentage analysis overall percentage score. This is the marketing tools. I'm choosing the sort of tools using means the main heading of that research paper can be instead of using a on research tools using of this relevant to the research title. If I'm choosing a on finance means I'm giving as SPSS or ANOVA or AMOS or maybe as any other related in any other related blind child sorry sorry blind chain holded with the finance stream can be representation of the tools we are using for that one. Every people have to do this type of one, and most probably people have to give a brief explanation about the research analysis what you are preparing. The research analysis what you are preparing can be consideration of you have to prepare a table column. Table column can be consideration of the table analysis. The table analysis is like of age, gender, respondents, and most probably preference of the study. And the last one is title related to the any hint can be accepted. If maybe some of gender justice means accepted justice or non-accepted justice can be is on a representation, and we have to give a number of age gender wise age wise gender wise and most probably accepted non-accepted wise. These are all the informations can be relevant to the number of overall respondents. The number of overall respondents can be labeling as a 250 members, 250 members for the research study. If I'm starting the counting from gender respondents, second one is age number of respondents, third one is acceptance of respondents, non-acceptance of respondents, all these categories of information I'm calculating means it can be shows as of a 250 respondents for the whole paper research means it have to shown as of a 250, and instead of that one we have to use it as on a percentage level. So who are all have known about the percentage of level, sir? Because some of the people have not known about the calculations, how to do the calculation for the percentage, for the maybe as of a gender wise separating, or maybe as on age wise separating. I'm not having the information about this one, sir. I have to know any people on this participants have this doubt.
No, sir.
Okay, okay, sir. Thank you. So I just given an example to this one. Just I'm using this of a 250 respondents for the whole, sorry, for a whole my sample data. If I'm gathering a 170 male respondents, means I'm just using 170 divided by 250 into number of percentage. Number of whole percentage can be consideration of 100. If just using a of 170 divided by 250 into 100, means it can be shows as of like maybe as of a 70 or 80 percentage. And most probably other 80 number of peoples in the category of women can respond in the 80 number of respondents is 80 instead of 250. Whole sample data means 80 divided by 250 into 100. It can be shows the other in percentage of level. So we are using the percentage of men category, and the women category can be conclusion in the level of 100 percentage. These type of calculations can be used for the age variations also. It can be calculation and on number of respondents can be equal to the number of percentage level, 100 percentage level, 250 number of respondents. These are all the informations we have to use in after the tools we are using. Uh, So previously I have said about the period of study. The period of study can be consideration of the informations what we are using. What number maybe some number of months why we are used for this information, like maybe as of number of months like 3 months or 6 months, or maybe as of 6 to 7 months, or what number of months we have used for the research paper titles, what type of information we are used for this one, and how we are used for this one to prepare a research journal. These are all the information can be used. If I am choosing January 2025 to April 2025 for preparing and gathering the respondents information for the formation of my article, means I am giving period of study can be from Jan 25 to April 2025. 3 to 4 months of research I have been done, and I prepared this research paper for the research journal publications. These are all the period of study I'm used. So that is the main impact one. And the next one is findings. So on the participant side, anyone can give any information about the findings. What type of findings you have been suggesting for the research papers? If I'm using as of a AI in curriculum designing, means what type of findings you are given preferable for that research information? Anyone can say about the findings about that one. Instead of just viewing on this example, just to give your point of view about the finding informations. Excuse me, sir.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, hello. Ma'am, some of the participants of our today's program has raised their voice. Please, if there is any questions or queries, means directly ask me, please. Parin, the name of the participants is Parin, has raised their hand. Kindly unmute your voice and ask a question, or maybe someone manipulated on type a question on the chat.
Thank you, sir, for valuable insights.
Yes, ma'am. And one more thing, I have just I'm giving moreover 3 to 4 informations about the research papers. Maybe as of like 3 to 4 headings only we have informations about that one. If you given me some more time, like 10 to 15 minutes, I will complete that one. And additional modification may be made as of like the first one is maybe as of AI, and the present is we are using as of IoT. Artificial intelligence can be representation after that the generative of AI, advanced AI, Internet of Things, machine learning, or as on maybe as on machine learning, deep learning, or as on IIoT, industrial Internet of Things. These are all the informations. If I'm choosing as on a basic AI, I'm giving information as on a generative AI, or as on it can be related to the advanced AI. With the additional benefit of research tools can be most impacted on this AI information. I'm giving this points to the conclusions. So and the last one is reference. So the last one is reference can be using as of who are all using the people's name or people's information, people key points or hint like 1 or 2 lines of words representation on the reference. Does anybody using this type of format for your reference?
Yes, sir, because it is mandatory to cite the authors, no, sir. So we need to give the references as a credit.
Sir, okay, sir, but on that one we have to use as a reference link also, sir, because
Sir, if it is published in DOI, Digital Object Identifier, sir, we can use that link as well.
yes, sir, I'm saying that we have to use that link only, not as on that reference author's name or information, sir. Because if I'm using a reference link for my research article, means if the reference can be representation of I'm gathered this all the information from this type of journals from the UGC care list, or maybe as on a Scopus, Web of Science, or maybe as on a Clarity, or as on a Science Citation Index, or maybe as on any other things like any other multidisciplinary journals, means I'm just using this link. I have gathered the all the information from this link, means we have used the reference links, and on our research paper has been published, means it can be representation on the left side or maybe as on the right side of our abstract on upside or downside as on a DOI on publishing of our institute research paper. But we have to use this informations like of we have to use the reference links, because if I'm most of the people have giving 1 second, sir. If I'm just clicking this info, this first link, means it can be using this, taken to my research paper title, what I gathered, the review of literature, or some of the other informations like objectives or scope, or some. Normally, every people have preparing one or two research journals to prepare a new research title on their field of study. Instead of I'm preparing, or you are, or you maybe as on a preparing a research article, means we are just gathering two to three journals, or maybe as on a four or five journals. Just we are using the reference. I'm using this, not only that type of people's information. We are gathering all the information from the like 15 to 20 links. Just we are using that link and giving to the reference, means it can give an impact to us. So most probably these people have visited this journals and they gathered this information. These are all the links they are used. So this information can be used on this how to say it, means these are all the informations can be used for the research paper. The informations has been relevant to the research paper. This is the main impact, that one. This is the reference for the research paper is the corrected one. So some of the journals can be given, just give the reference link to the research paper, or give a reference information DOI link, or maybe as a website link for the research paper to check your research studies acceptance or not acceptance. This is the reference. So that, so the point of view for the main impact is the reference link can be consideration of what type of what are all the links we are used for our research study, how we are used this one. This is the main impact on that one, sir. Dr. Satvik, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, I'm hearing. I'm with you, sir. Yes. Thank you for your valuable insight. Usually, DOI will be pasting, sir, but still, even for Web of Science Scopus link, there will be a direct links where we can paste in the reference part.
Yes, sir. Some of the journals have direct DOI links, sir.
Yes, sir.
Some of the journals have not DOI link. If I'm preparing some of the conference proceedings, ISBN means I'm
Books
uploading.
doesn't have, sir. Books doesn't have. In that case, we need to represent the article or the editor, like publisher's book's name.
Yes, sir. That is the main impact. The DOI or cross reference number can be representation only for the journals, not for the
Yes,
book.
sir. Not for ISBN conference proceeding.
Sir, that is applicable, sir. Some of the international conference made up by the institution tie up with
By Scopus and Emerald Sage, if they are organizing in association with the institute, so they will provide, sir.
Additionally, that one, sir, I have recently published my article in the ICSSR or any other thing. Uploaded on my ResearchGate profile, it shows my DOI number related to that article, sir. Because ICSSR or ICPR conference procedures can be done by the government of India, means they are gathering or receiving the DOI number for that particular book or particular journal, or every book chapter of the journal have been provided for the research or research people. It can be applicable for some of the research journals as a book chapter ISBN numbers. That is applicable, sir, for only relevant to 1 to 5%, but not most probably, sir.
Publishers of repute, they will give that DOI links and also.
That is the main impact. Who will be the publisher have been given to that, means that is applicable for the DOI number received for the article preparation and submission person. That is the main one, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Is there any other people have doubt about, sir?
Sir, I have a one question.
Yes,
Last
sir.
week, one of my article got published in a Scopus-indexed journal, and
Okay.
after 5 steps of review, it was published. But neither it is indexed in Scopus database nor the DOI link is working. Although I have mailed them asking for an explanation, but still it is not working. Can you help me with that? Do you know the possible reason behind it?
Sir, you have published on the Scopus, right?
Yes, and the journal I have checked it. It is still active.
Okay, sir, active. Okay, which stream you have prepared your research paper, sir? Which stream means
In organic chemistry.
organic chemistry. Okay, sir. You are related to the science stream. Okay. Okay, sir. There is some of the journals have ISSN number or EISSN number, but instead of we have to check they have a DOI number because we are first of all not only ourselves or yourself or any other people, they are first focusing on like we have to publish the journals, but if we are preparing our research paper and publishing on that particular journal related to the Scopus, international journal of any other related to that headings means we have to focusing on, we have to check that website as they are providing us a DOI number. If I am preparing my research paper and publishing means I am checking the website. It can be providing by the ISSN number, EISSN number, who will be the publisher, who will be the main as a UGC Catalyst journal or Scopus journal or Web of Science journal. I think they are not having the DOI number, sir. So that is the
Sir,
reason they are not giving that one, sir.
sir, previous issue, I
Yes, sir.
have checked it. They have issued DOI number.
Sir,
Previous
that
issue, I
can
have checked it,
be okay, sir.
and it is international,
Now
yani not from India.
yeah, yeah, okay. Now I am getting some of the clearance about your information because some of the UGC Catalyst journals or DOI number can be valid for some limitations of periods. Maybe I saying like a number of year like 1 year, 2 year, or maybe a sub of 5 years. If I'm publishing a paper and it can be listed on the UGC care list means they are just using that UGC care list for that particular journal means for only a particular timing like 2013 to maybe as of for 2023, or it can be as of for invalid. The ISSN number is okay, but it cannot be regenerated. Regenerated means the agreement or there is any mutual understanding cannot be regenerated between both the sides like a UGC care list and the international journal of that particular journal publishing companies. I think the DOI number can be applicable on the previous okay, but at the present situation it cannot be rearrangement like regenerated for the particular journal, sir.
So what should I do now?
Sir, I think you have to consult with that particular person. The DOI number can be rearranged or not arranged. It means the agreement can be regenerated or not regenerated with the DOI providing people, sir. Or maybe so
And why?
if you have that DOI number means search it on the website in the DOI. I think the main office in the Kolkata. I think you have to directly consult with that person only, sir.
And what about the indexed in Scopus database? It is still not indexed.
Um, Suppose some of the issues can be done, sir, because some of the people have said that the index journal for the Scopus is main impact, but some of the people's only using that Scopus ISSN number, but not they are having the indexed preference by the Scopus. That is the main secondary issue for that one, sir. I think.
Nowadays it is getting cloned, sir. Now and then all the Scopus list will get cloned. Delisting is one of the major challenge.
No,
Yes,
it is
sir.
not
That is
the case in this case. Everything is genuine. I have checked it many times. I'm very much into research, so I know all these things. So this is not the case. I don't know. I have mailed them. I'm waiting for their reply.
Sir, on my point of view is just you have the previous DOI number means just paste it on the DOI main office and they check it. It can be applicable for the Scopus for that particular journal is applicable for the present or not. Just check it on that type of
Which website I should check?
DOI center office. Just Google it on the DOI center office. It can be shows us on Google, sir.
Okay.
like a DOI number checking or DOI number of websites. These are all that
Okay.
one. Just Google paste it on that one, and it can be shows us if using that you have seen that foreign journal, right? The foreign journal
Yes.
name applicable, and it can be as on a present or closed. This type of information can also applicable on that one, sir.
Hmm.